Hi, Scorpios. Okay, now it is your turn to explore and figure out why can't I quit you. We're looking at relationships that feel like they're revolving on a merry-go-round, or that you feel like you're on a hamster wheel, or you feel continually pulled and brought back into a situation that maybe you don't want to be. This is really not about figuring out that you have to break up and make it, make that choice. It's looking at kind of why are we in this dynamic. So let's get started. Anything that you need to know about this reading will be found in the description box. I am most likely going to be talking and giving you all the information you need anyway as we move along, because lately it has been taking forever for the cards to really kind of fly out, and I don't know what that's about, but we'll see. Okay, so what is your role specifically, Scorpio, in this relationship dynamic? Who are you in this relationship? Okay, what is Scorpio's role in this relationship? I'm hearing makeup to breakup. I don't know. It's kind of like what I normally say in my introduction, but I'm actually hearing the song. That's all we do. First we break up, then we make up. That's a game for fools. Dudes, I don't know why my the station in my head is stuck back in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, but that's where it is. Okay. First of all, let me show you. You got the Star card, the card of Aquarius. This energy is healing energy, but it's also sort of like this knowingness that you are one and a part of the cosmos, and it's a real sort of relaxed and trusting space in that knowledge. It's a felt, to me, it's a felt state, because we can all say that logically, but this is, I mean, the water is just pouring from her vessels, and she doesn't worry that there's one that's pouring out here on land. I should show you. Out here on land, and another one is pouring into the lake. She's fun, like she trusts. I feel like she trusts in life. She's just like one with the universal patterns and laws, and it's very healing. She's like kind of getting it, if you will. So you might be a he. It doesn't matter. When I'm saying he or she, you actually could be a male or female, or identify as a male or female. Don't forgive me for looking and describing what I'm seeing on the cards as opposed to, you know, who you might be. It's just what I'm looking at. Okay. So then we have this person. Again, I always see the number 7. This is 7 of Wands as a number of potential. It's like the fork in the road. Do I go forward? Do I go back? And for Wands, 7 of Wands, this is someone who has felt the joy of victory and coming through his different battles and journey through life. And sometimes when you, so the card before this is the 6 of Wands, and you see with the 6 of Wands, you know, he's up on this horse and he's parading through town and he's the victor, and, you know, the people are, yay, it's the victory parade. But we all know that when people are put up on that pedestal, there are going to be other people that come around and try to knock them down. And so it's almost like, for me, this card is that space where you've reached a certain level of, maybe in your healing, you've reached a certain level of acknowledgement, victory, success, to where people noticed you, and now there's enough people noticing you that they kind of want to like poke at you, right? Well, who do you think you are? And he is remaining, or this person remains above all of that, and it doesn't matter. This person is above all that and is defending themselves against the pokers, right? The haters, if you will. It's not defensive. He's just saying, like, this is, hey, like, I'm just defending who I am, and it's okay. I have a right to believe what I believe. I have a right to go for what I want to go for. I have a right to be me. I had to go through a lot to get to this space. And I'm not backing down. I'm holding steady. I'm going to hold that space. And then the Knight of Cups. Yeah. And sorry, I like a squint and look like I'm mad. I'm not. I just can't see. There's glare. But anyway, the Knight of Cups comes in. And let me see, in terms of this reading, what I think about this. Okay. I feel like you have done a lot of healing, and you have embraced sort of who you are. You've been through any number of types of relationships, and through those relationships you have explored and dealt with who you are. It wasn't easy. And you know, you're like, okay, this is me. And I love me, I accept me. I am a star under the universe. I'm one of the stars of the universe. And I don't have to defend myself anymore. And so, with that self love, I'm ready to move forward and offer someone my cup. In this relationship, I really think, Scorpio, that you and this could change as the cards start coming up, but I really think that you want the lovey, joyous, I want to call it the, I guess the more flowery elements of love and romance, and it's sort of like, not, I don't want to say idealized, but maybe like the romantic I don't want to say fantasy because that's not what I mean. Fairy tale. Makes you happy. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your person. I think you're willing to be very vulnerable in this. You might have Aquarius in your chart somewhere, Scorpio. I'm breathing like it because I'm having a hot flash. Okay. You might even be a little bit emotionally, even though I say you're like, you really want the fairy tale, you might even still yet be a little bit emotionally detached in a way that you like the fairy tale, you want the fairy tale, you believe in the fairy tale, you like the pomp and circumstance of the fairy tale and the courtship and thank you, all of that. But you might not be fully feeling it. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, so how about your person? Ooh, who are they? Nine of Wands, and you were Seven of Wands. Okay, so this person, for the purposes of this reading, may be wary of the way that you're coming in, the way that you're approaching this. You know, they've got their battle scars. They've been through their own journey, their own struggles to get to where they are, maybe past relationships even. And they're looking at you like, can I trust this? Can I trust you? Maybe all of these wands here are through different things that you two have gone through, maybe different fights, different things just keep cycling through, and they just don't know, like, but I need to remember this is their role. So while you might be up in the fairy tale of it all and really want the fairy tale because you've done a lot of work and healing on yourself, they may not have necessarily done all the healing and they're still a little bit wary. So they're a little bit maybe more in a space of wait and see while you kind of want to get on with it. And they have just kind of this internal conflict. Can I trust you? Can I trust love? Can I trust vulnerability? I don't know. What was the song I was singing earlier? I'll watch the playback. Okay. So, what are your challenges, Scorpio, in this relationship? Either challenges that are coming up because they're old wounds and triggers that you already have that are existing, or that are being created because of the relationship dynamics here. I'm wondering what's it gonna take to get from 7 to 9 here. Clearly it's 8. Oh, that's weird. Do with this. I'm not taking all those cards. Okay. I think it looks like potentially your sense of independence is being upended in this relationship, and I'm not 100% sure why. Could be the influence of friends, a third party. I'm gonna remember this eventually. Okay. Okay. So got another 9 here. I think it looks like you, whatever it was that allowed you to feel independent and healed and whole and, you know, empowered in who you were and hanging out with friends and all of that, like that's sort of been obliterated by this relationship for some reason. I mean, you are all you, but you're all in. You're all into the fairy tale. It's like you're like getting all dressed. I mean, come on. Look at the wings on the helmet and the white horse, even the knight on the white horse. Well, I guess he's gray. I don't know. Covered in the fish. Very Pisces, very idealistic, very romantic. And I just think that whatever it is that has caused you to have this pull here is also challenging your independence. And I've said that 1,000 times. So let's see what's going on with your partner here. So let's see, that's 9 plus 16. What's that equal? 9 plus 16, is that 25? Right, and that's 7. So there's potential, once again, 7 being the number of potential here. Fork in the road, what are you going to do? Let's see, I like to see how these numbers kind of show up in patterns and overall energy in these readings. Wow, what is the view of my camera here? Or my, this is weird. Okay, what are the challenges for your person? For the person that you are dealing with? Where, whoa. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty hot energy, right? Flying in, impulsive, very, kind of hot to go, sexy. They're all in as well. They're coming in with their big wand, if you know what I mean. Running quickly towards you. And being in a challenging position, it might be that this person, again, because here they're very cautious, almost paranoid, right? Looking back like, whoa, where have I seen this before? I've been through, I'm a wounded warrior here. I don't know, like, can I trust you? And the challenge is potentially here that's coming up is I've jumped in with both feet and a big wand and all, what's it called? All steam ahead? No, all. Anyway, quickly, impulsively, without thinking. And I think they're trying not to do that. And it's almost kind of like the same energy. The two of you are like, whoa, what's going on? Whereas you're ready to go forward in a way that you've not done before. They're wary of going forward in a way they've always gone forward, impulsively, rushed in. Fools rush in, right? Oh, I just had another reading with that. So what is the purpose of this relationship for Scorpio? Purpose of this relationship for Scorpio. Definitely, it's a spiritual, passionate, connection. I mean, good God, the castle in the background is a white castle. And I think it is. It's very sexy. It's very white hot. It's va 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 voom. Maybe it's supposed to ignite something within the two of you, move you in ways you've never experienced before. Inspire you. Well, that's weird. Ace of Swords is right underneath that. I mean, is at the bottom of the deck, and underneath the bottom of the deck is this person who's very boundaried. Is that is very closed off in a lot of ways. So maybe it's supposed to open you up and give you new insight and ideas and inspiration and passion and drive to be in relationship. What is a Scorpio supposed to learn? What is Scorpio? What is Scorpio supposed to learn or do to grow through this relationship? Learn, do to grow through this relationship. Scorpio. So sexy. Okay, no, I was messing. I wouldn't even know where to begin to look for the title of this song that is ringing through my ears, but it literally is. You can ring my bell, ring my bell, my bell. Okay. You need to connect with your intuition, Scorpio. Really tune into that very intuitive, deep, inner knowing self. Two. You know, what's going on here that you have lost yourself? Your independent self. Go back and connect with your intuition. Bottom of the deck is 5 of Swords. I'm going to get a clarifier for that one. We're doing Scorpio, okay? And so it doesn't surprise me that it's necessary to kind of really go within and explore and attune to this very deep, intuitive part of yourself. Why is the High Priestess here? Why is the High Priestess here? It's 2 is the number 2. Might be sort of a call for you to integrate the side of you that is, wants to be in partnership with the side of you that needs to remain an independent person. No, what's going on here? Why is the high priestess here? High priestess here. What's the high priestess here? Where's the high priestess? Why is the high priestess here? Maybe you, for this specific, one specific group that's looking at this, maybe you've never really looked at yourself or explored your spirituality, because again, the wands for me represent life force, which includes your passion and your spirituality and your sexuality. Too many cards again. Yeah, it's almost like I want you to ask yourself, what's going on here for me? What is this about? And I do think that this has to do Scorpio, you could be involved with the Gemini. Possibly a Taurus or a Virgo. Maybe a Libra. For some reason, I'm feeling like your family storyline is I don't know why I said it's for some reason. This is normal for everyone, so it's not like this profound thing that I'm saying, but when you ask yourself, what is this about for me, that I'm losing myself in this relationship, you might want to reflect back on your family history, particularly with women. The messages that you received about women, if you're a woman, who are you supposed to be? Who do you want to be? Who don't you want to be? Right? I mean, we tell ourselves all these messages. If you're a man, what did women teach me about women? What's the storyline here? Justice is here, and it could be that there is, and Queen of Swords, I don't know why, it just feels like a soap opera, and I have no real storyline here. It just feels like a soap opera, and that the priestess is helping you or telling you, dive into your intuition to understand the story of your life, or what you've made, the fairy tale up about, like, what have you told yourself? Because because this independent self is being, dismantled for this relationship. And there's, this isn't a great energy. It's not bad, but it's verbal, mental, there's arguments, it's jagged, it's, harsh. So kind of figure out how your story is influencing the story that you're creating here in this relationship. Okay, what is this about for me, you might ask? Why are there certain things that are being triggered here? And your person, what are they? What are they learning, or what do they need to do or learn to grow through this relationship? What do they need to do to grow? Through this relationship? Does Scorpio's person need to do? Oh, dear God. Remember the Five of Swords was at the bottom of this deck? It's at the bottom of this deck as well. I have a different energy from this deck. In this deck, it feels like, to me, like surrender. You know, oh, and then Five of Cups under there. And then Eight of Cups. Jesus. What's going on here, Scorpio? Okay. What does Scorpio's person, what do they need to do or learn to grow through this relationship? What's going on? Come on, let's get some. What's Scorpio's person? Scorpio, you know that just because you're a Scorpio and you are very intuitive naturally, that there's always more than what meets the eye, right? You know that. And you can't be lulled by bound chicka bound bound. By the sex and the passion. There's got to be depth. But for some reason, you are losing that. It seems like you're losing what? Losing that independent part of you. You know, Scorpios are really kind of solitary in many ways. And you're losing your sense of self or independence inside of this relationship. Like, maybe for the bound chicka bound bound. Or because it might not be the bound chicka bound bound, but it maybe it. Times can I say that? But maybe it's just so intoxicating for you that this person's just, well, there you are, you know, full steam ahead, right? Okay. This person also needs to go within. So I could show you the cards. We've got the Hermit, card of Virgo, and the Chariot, card of Cancer. This person also needs to go within, go up to the mountain, go out into the desert, and get in touch with themselves and the mysteries of life, and maybe what is going on with them. That at the same time they're wary and cautious and potentially paranoid, and yet they're being triggered to just like rush. They're all in. And you know, the death card represents you, Scorpio. You're not death, but you're not afraid of those kind of darker, more taboo areas of life. Death is a part of life. And so they need to kind of go within and do some soul searching. And the Chariot here, this person is at the, or this energy is sort of a leveling up energy. They've gone through sort of the first part of their journey. They've conquered the, we'll just say, metaphorically speaking, they've conquered the city, and they know that they are underneath, much like this star, I think, covered and supported by the universe to take their chariot and go in whichever direction that they want to go. But for me, this particular chariot is, ding, again, it's the number 7. It's potential. Which way are we going? Where do I want to go now? I know I can go either direction, and either direction is fine, but where do I want to go? It's balanced. Extremely balanced, extremely measured energy as far as I'm concerned with this card. But that is going to take this person needing to go within. So it's almost like, so weird. It's almost like your polarities are triggering the opposite side of each other. Or how do I want to say this? Whereas you are potentially more comfortable in sort of being you and defending who you are and being good with you. And you know, now you're ready to, you know, be Lance romance, but that independent you is being upended in one way. And for them, their spontaneous self is being asked to slow down. Whoa, whoa, Nelly, slow down. Pump the brakes. Pump those Sphinx chariot. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like you're tripping each other's trigger so that you are experiencing life and passion in a new way. What is the highest possible outcome? What's the highest possible outcome for Scorpio right now? Whenever they're watching this reading, what is the highest possible outcome for Scorpio right now? Lots of major arcana out here, guys. Which is big stuff, right? It's not like the mundane day-to-day stuff. I mean, this is big stuff coming across your relationship, and it's influencing you. What is the highest possible outcome right now for Scorpios? Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay. Oh, there you go. Wow. Okay. It's so that y'all mature in your let me just point out. So here's the Knight of Cups, right? I mean, he's not a baby, but he's not the king and he's not the queen. He's sort of pomp and circumstance, right? I mean, he rides in the parades and stuff, and he covers himself in the fish. It's very idealized and idealistic and romanticized fairy tale, knight in shining armor, that whole thing. Highest possible outcome is King of Cups. This is a very compassionate and nurturing, yet masculine, grounded energy. He's mature. He can offer his cup of love from a grounded perspective, completely owning himself. He's the king. He sits on his own throne, and he does have a queen. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. But he doesn't lose himself nor his throne his throne is literally, it's in the ocean, whatever the heck is going on there. He doesn't get jostled about. Solid, grounded. Nurturing, caring. And so I think you mature. The highest possible outcome is that everyone becomes, or particularly you, Scorpio, become more grounded and mature and stable, and recognize that you need to remain an independent person, stable, and yet able to offer your cup of love to your queen. You don't lose yourself. You don't lose yourself. And, you know, I think you understand that when it comes to emotions, passion, and just life in general, that love is like a wave. Like, it comes and it goes, and it's always there, right? I mean, it's always there, but the wave comes in and it maybe goes out, and then it comes back in and it goes out. And it's okay. You're stable. Maybe there's love and passion for a time, and then there's loss. And there's love and passion for a time, and then there's loss. But you're chill. You're the king. Okay, a message from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart, John Holland, for Scorpio. Whoa. All right. Libra got this. Rest and reconsider. Okay. It's almost exact. It's the same thing as the Nine of Wands. Okay. Been through a lot. It's time for you to take some time to reflect on if you're, you know, this relationship. Is it worth more struggle? Or have you been struggling too much? Is it worth losing yourself over? Is it worth, let's see, how do I want to say this? No, nothing is worth losing yourself. I'll just, that's a statement. But maybe you need to reflect again, return back to the High Priestess and your intuition and go back and really dig deep into what's going on within you. What is this about for me? What's my storyline here? Do I want to proceed as I have been proceeding so far? Or does something need to change, right? But right now I just need to kind of pump the brakes. Okay. And what wisdom or guidance or energy from the animal spirits could Scorpio integrate to help them to grow through this relationship? Remember, this, the why can't I quit you is not asking you to figure out a way, to quit. It's what is the reason? What's going on here? And some of these readings come out and it's pretty clear, like, it's probably something that needs to be walked away from. And then others are more ambiguous. But let's see what the messages are from the animal spirits for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Go on astro.com and check your placements. Astro.com, you can get a free natal chart. So we've got a little frog and a lion. There's that king. And here's the healing and the transformation. I'll read to you out of the book. Then it is time for me to go night-night. Okay, frog. Frog like butterfly is this not from out of this book, but frog like butterfly is, goes through a complete transformation. And here you see him in the rain, right? But let's see what's going on here. Clearing, cleansing, and healing. The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within this healing element and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. When in balance, clear energy and enthusiasm for life. When out of balance, depleted, running on empty. Okay? If you've lost yourself, which is what I think is going on over here, then you are not in balance. Get back to yourself. Do things that are independent of this person. Okay? Friends, hobbies, spiritual practices, education, healthcare, self-care. And lion. I love it when the lion comes out. It's like, just hear Mufasa. All right. Patient, regal, a complete master. The lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. These go great together for this reading. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all, but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins, because you have the potential to be the king of cups, through self-mastery, through going within, through taking care of yourself and looking at your story, to remembering who you are and not losing yourself in a relationship that may be amazing and full of passion, but we can't lose ourselves. The epitome, when in balance, the epitome of peace and strength. When out of balance, withdrawn and too serious. I feel like these could go together. To bring into balance daily meditation and friendship. Oh, I'm scared to look at it. I'm so tired. Thank you for being here. And honey, be you. Scorpio, be you. Don't lose yourself. I know passion and how they're going for you and all, it's intoxicating, isn't it? I don't know if you need to quit this person, but you definitely, it seems like there's a sense that you're losing yourself here. And I've been with and worked with many people who have lost themselves, and that's not a good place to be. Who you are as an individual matters. Your purpose, your life matters. Even this whole thing that you're going through matters, and it's going to create in you the King of Cups. That's the highest possible outcome. Don't lose yourself. Heal. Look at your story. Look at your storyline, the things that you tell yourself or about love, or how to get love, and all of those things. Because when you heal yourself, then everybody that you come in contact with experiences has an elevated experience, not only of you, but of a relationship dynamic. And, when you heal yourself, you have the opportunity to offer healing to the collective. And we just keep kind of growing in that way. I'm so tired. I can't even believe it's 1 year. reading went an hour and 15 minutes, and it is, my contact is so, it's like 1:21 a.m. my time. I'm tired. Good night. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye, Scorpio.